Uruguay.
Let's go, let's go. We back, World Cup action.
Yeah, quite simply.
We got Ghana going against South Korea.
So all of those
See if Ghana can pull this win off, man.
When you draw 0-0 and you don't attack well against Uruguay, 3 changes made. Cho, Kwan, and Jung alongside a guy you're never taking out of the lineup, and that is Mr. Sun.
Ghana, they play with both the Ayew brothers, Andre and Jordan. They're the only players in the whole of the squad who've ever played at the World Cup before. 2 new fullbacks as well. Brighton's live wire, Tarek Lamptey is in, and Gideon Mensah of Auxerre in France at left back.
And interestingly, they went from a back 3 the other night to a back 4, so Lamptey and Mensah come in. The Ayew brothers, who have done this at Swansea as well, together up top, should make for an electric attacking duo and trio along with Inaki Williams.
Action about to begin here on what is an immaculate surface. You and I were down there earlier on chatting and seeing some of the players warm up as well. It's you'd love to play on that, Landon, wouldn't you?
I almost stole some boots from the locker room and wanted to get out there. It's perfect, absolutely perfect.
As ever here, sultry conditions. Temperatures have been around 80 degrees for the whole of the tournament. It feels a bit humid. Local kickoff time is 4 p.m. The other 2 teams in this group, Portugal and Uruguay, play later on. Everybody is still in business at the moment. Ghana can't afford any more slip-ups, though, having lost a bit unluckily, maybe. 3-2 to Portugal in their first game. South Korea drew 0-0 against Uruguay. The Uruguayans hit the woodwork twice in that game, though. Probably had the better of it, particularly late on. Can they find some cutting edge, South Korea? I think that's the big question, is why he's made the changes at the top of the pitch, isn't it?
Not dissimilar to our U.S. team, Ian. Playing well in all parts of the field, but where they really lacked against Uruguay was in the final third. So we'll see if the 3 new changes can make a difference tonight.
South Korea in red, if you need the identification. That one played just a little bit too long. The interesting thing is, Landon, you've played against both of the coaches on duty here at the World Cup. Paulo Bento, when you played Portugal in 2002, and Otto Addo, who came on against you in Nuremberg.
Yeah, better results against one than the other. We beat Portugal. Had a tough time playing Ghana throughout my career. And I even look back in '99, we played against them in the 3rd place match and lost to them with the under-17 national team. So some bad memories there.
Happier ones in 2014, particularly for John Brooks. And Clint Dempsey, of course, who's with us here in Doha. Both of them scoring in that game. Brooks with an 86-minute winner. South Korea, worth just repeating that stat. They only let in 3 goals in 10 matches in qualifying. There's nothing wrong with their defensive work, generally speaking, as Uruguay found out. Trying to attack now. Son, again wearing the face mask after fracturing an eye socket in a recent game for Tottenham Hotspur against Marseille. Didn't seem to affect him too badly, did it? First game?
No, he looked fine. We heard Carly talk about pre-game of that game about how it can get sweaty and tough to deal with, but he looked fine. He wasn't perfect, but it didn't look like it was bothering him.
Here come Ghana, quarter-finalists in South Africa, and controversially beaten as well in that quarter-final by Uruguay. Luis Suarez handling on the line. Penalty kick, didn't convert it. Away by Kim Young-kwon, who's wearing his 98th cap in the centre of that defence today. Tremendous servant for South Korea. So too is Kim Min-jae alongside him, who plays for Napoli. They've got a solid old defence. Ghana to get the free kick. There's a dangerous player there wearing the number 20 shirt for them, Kudus, who plays for Ajax, the top team in the Netherlands, and he is a creator. Look at that atmosphere. The African fans here have been fantastic. And, of course, the African teams, something's maybe stirring, isn't it, as well? That Moroccan performance and Cameroon earlier on today. Here comes the Ghanaian free kick. Well defended by Chu, who's come into the side, but on duty in defence there. Now South Korea looking to break. Kwon. Playing with a little more pace, that much is clear early on. Cracked across by Kwon, and Cho was in there, but the Ghanaians escape. They need to maybe just tighten up a little bit defensively. Ghana, they are the most inexperienced and youngest team in the tournament. 24 of the 26 of them playing in their first World Cup.
And their inexperience showed here. This is so clever when the ball comes back to Kim Jin-soo. Just gives him the eyes, looks off the pass, disguises it so well. Early chance in front of goal for Korea.
It's Andre Ayew's shirt being tugged. Scored against Portugal. Has a habit of scoring at the World Cup. He did it against the USA in 2010. He's got 3 World Cup goals to his name. His brother Jordan there alongside him, who hasn't scored yet for Crystal Palace this season. They keep picking him though. Partey. Not accurate enough. So much riding on all these games now as these groups take shape. I'm just thinking we're at Education City. I think the main subject is maths, isn't it? In these groups at the moment. Partey. Looking to build in midfield with Sadek there. No way through for Kudus, and the break is on again. His son. Every time he gets the ball, all the South Korean fans go wild. Even when he was announced over the public address system before the game, the crowds went wild.
He is a megastar in Korea and anywhere he goes. And Lamptey trips him up here. A little surprised it wasn't a yellow card for stopping a promising attack.
South Korea seeking the early breakthrough. They only have ever won 3 times at the World Cup outside their own country.
The Korean attackers starting a little bit off the line. I think to get some momentum as they run.
Another opportunity. It's good movement again from the South Koreans. Wang In-boom starting it all off.
This was really good from Korea. They clearly saw something on tape they liked. And just a step away from being in there. Good recovery. Clear it out for a corner by Ghana.
Anthony Taylor, English official in charge from the Premier League. Driven in towards the near post. Another opportunity for South Korea. And this time it's the fullback Kim Moon-hwan.
The reaction from Lamptey here is excellent. Puts his body on the line. Gets out quickly to block the shot.
South Korea playing like they mean business early on here.
And Ghana only sending out 1 here. I'd be surprised if they keep doing that, if the Koreans keep going short. But it looks like they're going to serve this one.
Son to takes it towards the near post. Little flick on. Still not away. In-boom tried his luck. Kim Min-jae was in there as well. Even the central defenders are brakes on. If Ghana can get the ball, they can't. High press. Back in by Kim Min-jae again. Fast start here from the South Koreans. They'll get a corner as well here.
And the pressure is starting to pile on now for Korea. Ghanaians look a little nervy in the back. Can't get out of their end. And another corner for Korea now. They really are. They're 2v1 here, Ian. I'm a little surprised they don't just go quickly. Pull some of the Ghanaian defenders out.
Comes another cross in from Hwang In-boon, who's kept his place today. They did make a change alongside him, with Lee Jae-sung losing his place today. Looking to spread the play. Obviously the work in training has been about adding some liveliness up front and threat. Wasn't enough of it perhaps in the last game against the Uruguayans. He's excellent, the left back, Kim Jin-soo. Kim Moon-wan not able to do anything with that one. Coming up from his fullback position. It is good to see some of the countries from outside the traditional hotbeds of Europe and South America really making quite a strong show at this World Cup. 4 years ago in Russia, Japan were the only team from either of those two continents to get to the last 16. It might be a little bit different this time. We'll find out pretty soon now. I think this is a must-win, isn't it, for South Korea, because they've got Portugal in their last game, so they need to move on to 4 points today.
Yeah, these games are, each subsequent step of the tournament get better and better because there's more clarity as to what each team needs to do. And honestly, and for both teams, a point here would be pretty devastating. But you've seen Korea take the initiative early.
Spread by Jung Woo-young, who plays his football here in Doha in the Qatar Stars League. Cho and Son on that far side. It's an early blitz, this, really, from the South Koreans. Ghana can't get out at the moment. From their point of view, they just have to ride the storm, really, and then find a foothold in the game. Easily defended. Saliso getting it away, the Southampton defender. But it's coming back yet again. Son again, going through his tricks. Deflected, another corner. It's a siege.
This is now the 5th or 6th corner, I believe, Ian. And again, I am surprised that the Koreans aren't going short and trying to pull another defender out. They're putting it into the area where the Ghanaian defenders can go attack the ball. They have numbers here. You have one of the best dribbling wingers in the world in Son. But it sounds like, or looks like, they're pretty committed to serving it.
5th corner already for South Korea. Looking to flick it on the near post. Lamptey hooked it away for Ghana, and as far as they're concerned at the moment, that will do. Just need to get themselves a little bit further up the pitch. They nearly pulled that game round, didn't they, late on against Portugal. Iñaki Williams robbed the goalkeeper of the ball and then lost his footing as he was about to turn it into the net. That would have made it 3-3. Didn't happen, though. How costly that might be, we'll find out. Jung Woo-young has come into the side today to play just behind Cho. Maybe cause a little bit of mischief, find little pockets of space. Cut out by Mensah. And one back by Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew and his brother, by the way, Andre, have 43 goals between them for South Korea. The whole of the rest of the squad, only 27.
This is where Ghana need to take a breath, have the ball for a while. They've been under intense pressure.
Amate spreading the play wide to Lamptey. Kudus, Partey, and then Salek. This is as long as Ghana have had the ball so far. Salek again. Fascinating clash between Asia and Africa here.
It's the beauty of this tournament. When else in the world, where else in the world would you find a group of Koreans chanting and partying across one side of the stadium from a group of Ghanaians? And then also on the field, just stylistically how different these matches are when you play teams from different continents. It really is fun to watch.
Yep, beauty's in the blend. Yes, Song Hun Min, A-list celebrity in South Korea, as you've been hearing throughout the tournament. Hwang In-boom spreads the play out to Kim Moon-won. 10th consecutive World Cup for South Korea. That is a terrific record. Now maybe Jordan Ayew can come up with something here, and Yaki Williams on the chase. He's quick as well, isn't he? Across the ground. Fixture in the team at Athletic Club Bilbao.
He's very quick, but this is so good from Kim Min-jae, the Napoli center back. He is a rising star, and he read that play quickly, faster than you think, and put out the fire.
I say it's a must win for South Korea. It is for Ghana, really, having collected no points in their first game. They need a revival. Time can run away with you pretty quick at the World Cup. Nice turn by In-jun. Picks it up again. Now Son. Kwon with the cross. And it'll be another corner. Kim Jin-soo joining the attack at every possible opportunity. Left back who's won 5 K-League titles in South Korea.
That time they brought all the numbers over to this right side of the field. We saw this against Uruguay as well. Son Heung-min comes over to this side of the field, creates the attack. Really hard to pick up all the numbers if you're Ghana. And yet another corner. And let's see if they change it up here. You come into the game with an idea of how you want to attack them with set pieces, but sometimes you have to just read what they're giving you and change it. But they don't really care what I have to say, Ian. They're going to keep serving it.
Yeah, they are. Anthony Taylor feeling the need to issue a little warning about the laws to the players. I don't know why they just don't get on with it, really. Flicked on by Cho on the near post. Didn't quite get the connection he would have needed. He's claiming there might have been a handball, but he seems to be the only one interested in that.
We'll get a look at it here. Timing across the near is good from Cho. No, nothing in that.
Hits Salisu's shoulder, didn't it? So that won't even be reviewed. Seventh corner, I make it. Son to play this one, and it's well defended by Ghana. Mensah this time getting it away, but it's coming back yet again. Kim Min-jae got another chance. Ghana just cannot keep the ball. Is there a price to pay for that? Son was looking for, well, goal of the tournament candidate, wasn't he there?
He went for glory there. That hurt me just watching him fall.
He'd been watching Richarlison, I think. That Brazil goal, which of course everybody's still purring about. We might get something even better than that. Later today on Fox, it's world #1 Brazil taking on Switzerland, followed by Portugal against Uruguay. Two appetizing matches to look forward to. Kim Min-jae, voted the Serie A player of the month in September for Napoli. In again by Jin-soo. Kudus up to Tariq Lamptey. He's had an interesting career. He was with Chelsea. Thought he'd never get in the team there. Was hankering for a move. Brighton bought him for only £3.5 million English pounds. Bit of a snip, really, and he is a pacey alternative. Salek to pick it up in midfield. Here's Lamptey. Tried to get it inside to Kudus, but the hard-working South Koreans pick it up again. They're playing with a fantastic energy level, but here's Andre Ayew. Anthony Taylor's going to stop the play here. And administers a yellow card as well to Amate.
Have another look at it here. I think maybe just through the elbow, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Caught him pretty good there. There's a little malice in that too, Ian. Looks like he knew what he was doing. He's got to be careful now, Amate.
Yeah. Part of a much improved Leicester City defence in the English Premier League. Leicester have been climbing the table with a lot of clean sheets. He's been a part of all that. Moving a little gingerly after that challenge, the lively left back, Kim Jin-soo. Well, Ghana have ridden that early squall of pressure from South Korea. So what's next from them, I wonder?
Yeah, the game settled down a little bit. Again, they need to get a little possession to keep the momentum on their side. They do have individual quality to make plays. Outside of Son, the Koreans have struggled with that. But the Ghanaians have in the Ayew brothers, in Inaki Williams, and here they go.
Jordan Ayew. His brothers joining the attack. Crossing towards him. He was looking for a near post header. It's very well defended, though, by the Koreans. Cho's on the chase for them. Didn't ought to be a problem, but the goalkeeper kind of made it one. Lawrence Atizigi. Awkward bounce, but the goalkeepers are so good with their feet. Well, most of them are anyway now. Tariq Lamptey. Trying to feed Inaki Williams. Ghana, who got to the World Cup in a playoff against Nigeria. They won it on the away goals. Partey got the vital away goal that took them to the World Cup and made sure that Nigeria aren't here this time. Yeah, that was a foul on Jordan Ayew.
There's that individual quality we talked about. None better than this man, Jordan Ayew. Draws an attacking set piece in a dangerous area for Ghana.
Wearing the number 9 shirt. I think Asamoah Gyan used to wear that. He was often a thorn in America's side at World Cups.
I've had many a nightmare of seeing that number 9 jersey for Ghana. Very deep defensive line for Korea. We saw this again against Uruguay the other night. Makes it really difficult for your goalkeeper to come out and catch the ball or punch the ball, because you're right on top of your back line.
Yeah, much deeper than most teams use these days. Jordan Ayew to play it in. There was some indecision, and it's in. Ghana have the lead. Salisu with the strike. Could be a vital one. African bedlam around this arena.
Well, bedlam is right, Ian. This place exploded. We just talked about that deep line and how difficult it is for the goalkeeper to come. Jordan Ayew with a fantastic ball. Kim Seong-gyu stuck on his line, his back line right on top of him. The ball falls to Salisu, the Southampton man, and absolutely no chance of missing from there. 1-0, and things get interesting yet again.
Yeah, Mohamed Salisu, second goal already in only his 5th cap for his country. He'll never forget that moment, the 23-year-old Ghanaian. But you talked about it, Landon, the way they defended that with their defenders just about on top of the goalkeeper. I think it cost them here.
The reason why it's difficult, and I think they might be checking for a handball there on Andre Ayew, but he knew nothing about that. The reason it's difficult is because you're able to serve the ball to a place that's so deep into the box. The challenge happens very deep. And now we're checking. Here we go.
Let's call in Dr. Joe on that. If there's any kind of handball involved from a Ghanaian player, it could be trouble for them.
Absolutely, Ian. And, you know, whether the handball is deemed to be deliberate, obviously, then the play is going to be stopped. The goal is going to be disallowed. But we also have accidental handball. And if a player has an accidental handball and he's the player that scores the goal will count. So you have 2 things to consider here.
Goal stands. Thank you, Dr. Joe. Ghana celebrate all over again. That's how it is in the VAR era.
It's kind of nice. You get 2 celebrations. Just following up on that last point, Ian, you want the challenge to happen as far away from goal as possible, because when the ball drops down, if it's dropping down at the 18, the chances of it going in are much, much smaller. This one drops inside the 6-yard box, and all you got to do is turn and pass it into the net.
Kudus. Suddenly South Korea under pressure, chasing shadows. Free kick Ghana. And that's another yellow card for this challenge from the holding midfield player, Jung Woo-young.
Ian, before the match, I would have said there were far more Koreans in the stadium, but this place is absolutely bouncing now. The Ghanaian fans have shown up, and they are loud.
1 goal, 2 yellow cards in the last few moments of this game. And Ghana crucially 1 up, trying to breathe life into their World Cup campaign. Same scenario here, still defending pretty deep. Can Ghana produce more chaos? They might. This time they're looking to play it long. I think, Dr. Joe, you have another point to make for us.
Absolutely, Ian. I just wanted to make it clear that the handball, which was accidental, the player who made that handball wasn't the player that scored the goal. It fell to a teammate who scored. And actually, that's a rule change just very recently that allows that to be considered a good goal.
Thanks for the clarification on that one. It is quite complex, these days, and of course they do keep changing bits and pieces of the handball laws. So I'm glad Dr. Joe's around.
We haven't seen a ton of set-piece goals in this World Cup, Ian. It's been few and far between. But this game already has been a game of set pieces. South Korea had, I believe, 6 or 7 corners within the first 20 minutes and couldn't capitalize on any of them. Ghana get one chance there and bury it, and that's the difference in the game now.
And South Korea, who started so fast, find themselves behind. Sure you know by now, but the USA facing Iran tomorrow. They have to win that one to advance to the knockout rounds. Coverage beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific tomorrow on Fox for that big American assignment. Inside by Kwon. I think the goal, naturally enough, has rattled the South Koreans. It wasn't any part of their script. They have to find a way of creating some chances against this Ghanaian defense. Inside by Kim Moon-wan. They're going to spread the play out again to Kim Jin-soo, the attacking left back. Just showed a little bit too much of it. Picked up by Kudus. And Andre Ayew, his experience. Just see him just calming things down in there, slowing things up. We no need to be in any great hurry. Let's look after the football for a while. That's what he's kind of saying to his teammates.
That's what your experienced players need to do, and this will help them as the match wears on. Every 5, 10, 15 seconds of possession helps you to defend later in the match.
Samed on the ball. 12 yellow cards and 3 reds in the league in France last season. So he's a skillful player, but he knows how to look after himself as well. 3 reds is a lot in one season. That's him on the ball again there now. Long by Amate. One for Iñaki Williams to take in his stride, which he does pretty niftily. He's getting a bit of support arriving. Goes the other way, and yeah, he's impeded his opponent there, and it will be a free kick to South Korea. But the way he took that down was impressive.
Brought it down very well, but the recovery from Kim Jin-soo was so good. Get back inside. Iñaki Williams draws the foul. Really important challenge there.
Williams has appeared in the last 247 La Liga games for Athletic Club in Bilbao. That's a tribute to his fitness and conditioning. That's a run that goes back to 2016, Landon.
It's phenomenal. Just phenomenal, and a testament to what you said. Taking care of himself. Being ready to play every week. Not easy to do.
Can't get that under control. Zhang Woo-young. Depressing sequence continuing for South Korea. They've only scored the first goal in 6 of their 35 matches in their 11 World Cup campaigns. Falling behind here as well. Mensah coming to the side today, the left back. Ghana, you can see there's an extra spring about them. Been a good couple of days for the African teams, isn't it? So far, anyway. This could change, of course. Andre Ayew. Gideon Mensah again. Neat player, plays for Auxerre in France. Partey, quality player, formerly of Atletico Madrid. Now for the league leaders in England at the moment, Arsenal. Here's Iñaki Williams. Different game now, this, isn't it? Feels different.
The Koreans are very tentative right now. Almost scared to come after Ghana because they know an individual moment of brilliance can really hurt them. And the game is completely different than the first 10 minutes. This is really good from Ghana. Just keep them running, keep moving them.
Jordan Ayew, could be another one. It's his goal, I think. Unless Kudos got a little flick on it. He's claiming it, but it doesn't really matter. Ghana are 2 up. South Korean tears, Ghana joy.
What a service this is from Ayew. We saw a little bit of this from Griezmann the other day to Mbappe. Absolutely impossible for Kim Seung-ju to do anything about this. He can't come, has to stay on his line. Doesn't matter if you touch it or not. It's in the back of the net. Timing of the run from Kudus, really good. And the reason he's so high and so far forward is because of the possession, the extended possession Ghana were able to have. 2-0 Ghana. And if you thought this place was crazy before, it's absolutely erupted now.
Mohamed Kudus, the 22-year-old from Ajax Amsterdam, with the goal. He did get a touch on it, but it was very hard to defend. Just like Landon was saying, a gorgeous ball in from Jordan Ayew. Fantastic period for Ghana in the game. They're in charge here now. What can South Korea do about that? Jung Woo-young spread out to Kim Jin-soo. And there's another opportunity here for Kudus to cause some damage. White shirts arriving either side of him. Here's Jordan Ayew, who's come into the side and has done pretty well so far. A major part of that goal, it is being given to Kudus at the moment. It might have just come off a hair, I think. No, not much more than that.
Good thing he didn't have my hair.
Yeah. Lamptey, early ball in. Williams.
And this is the benefit of being the youngest team in the tournament. When things go well, they go really well. When they go poorly, you can really struggle because you don't have the experience. But right now, the Ghanaians are flying.
And they might even claim another in a period like this. Look at the way they're fizzing the ball around now. Lamptey to play this one in, and Kim Min-jae is able to get that one away gratefully. But it looks a long way back already for South Korea here. Ghana have never lost when they score first at the World Cup. That's only happened 5 times before today. Started to play very well. The engine in full working order. But there might be something for Son here, but his first touch just took him back into trouble. It had opened up for a moment there. A long-range shot. It's a fizzer that goes over the top from Kwon. Flag was up anyway.
Looked like Son was just a step offside. Yeah, he just got there too early. The recovery speed here from Salisu also helps, in addition to the bad touch. But it was all for naught.
Yeah, it would have been disallowed for a fractional offside against Sung Hoon Min. Ghana looking to take themselves onto 3 points in the group and give themselves a real chance. For the moment, they've got top of the table, because Portugal and Uruguay to play later on. As it stands, South Korea would be bottom on 1 point. A lot of football still to be played here, though. But we'll keep you abreast of developments as it changes. Kim Min-jae. Kim Won-wan, the right back. Lively game against Uruguay, but Jordan Ayew picking it up again. Matt Sharp, he starts nearly every game for Crystal Palace. It's been influential here. Here's Kwon. Looking to work the little triangles around the edge of the box, but at the moment, South Korea, as against Uruguay, not able to find end product. Kim Jin-soo. Son again. Promising so far. Can they find a chance out of this? Son had got into some space around the penalty spot area. Absolute stunner for the South Koreans, who started the game, well, like a house on fire, really. Kim Jin-soo for them. Jung Woo-young. Look at all the white shirts, though, that they have to find a way past. They're set up Ghana, as you'd expect, really, with a 2-0 lead to just get themselves through a bit of game management towards half-time, Landon. Keep the lead.
In the modern game, Ian, as we have a look at this again, crossing has become a bit of a lost art. Everybody wants to walk the ball into the goal, little slip passes through the middle. It is impossible to defend this ball. Defenders facing their goal, running backwards. Goalkeepers frozen on their line. Doesn't matter how good you are as a striker or how bad you are, with that kind of service, any little flick and it's in the net. And Kudus was rewarded for his run.
Anthony Taylor wants a word with Andre Ayew. A painful blow here for Jung Woo-young. Some of the South Korean fans around the stadium with their heads in their hands. Some of them even in tears at the way this has gone so far. Still time for that to change, of course. Kim Young-min with the cross this time. Kwon with the header. Williams for the influential Kudus, who's going through a party trick or two. Don't usually get time to do that in the middle of a match at this sort of level.
Their personalities are starting to come out a little bit. It's an absolute party going on in the stadium.
And there was party playing it forward as well. Ayew goes down. Andre Ayew, that was, wanted a free kick, doesn't get one. Son can lead the counter charge. He's kind of on his own, taking on Amate here. Well defended.
It's great from Amate. In those moments, most important thing is time. Give your defenders time to respond and get back. It always favors the defense. The longer you can slow a player down. And Amate did an excellent job there to slow down Son.
What a game Mohamed Kudus is having for Ghana today. He's a player being scouted by a lot of top clubs around Europe, and that of course is another subplot at the World Cup. We've already seen that Cody Gakpo, who's got a couple of goals for the Netherlands, has agreed a deal in principle to go to Manchester United. January transfer window coming up in European football.
Lionel Messi might even get a move. If he has a good tournament, we'll see.
Got to afford the wages, haven't you?
Yeah, that's not a small number.
It is a limited field, put it that way. Again, just not happening for Korea, and Jung-woo Yeon was stopped in his tracks. South Korea looking for a reason to believe before half-time. Again, neat build-up play from South Korea. Kwon was attacking it. Those big Ghanaian defenders in charge generally back there, anything in the air. Can they find the key, the combination to the safe here, South Korea? Son lays it off. Out it comes to Kim Moon-wan. His cross deep, but just can't apply a finishing touch. The cross shot was always going wide. It was worth the try from Jung-woo Yeon.
Similar position as Jordan Ayew. Jung just couldn't get his foot around it. He was shooting. Jordan Ayew was clearly crossing his. You know, this game's been pretty transitional, Ian. And it's going to be interesting in the second half. Are Korea able to effectively push the game to get the goal without getting countered? Ghanaians will be licking their chops, waiting for the ball to turn over. And they are really explosive going the other way. But I can promise you it's going to be a fun second half.
Don't forget all the World Cup highlights, a lot of fun as well. All the big debating points. Chad Ochocinco's reports, the Fan Man, that's nightly, midnight on Fox, including tonight.
I was on there last night.
Oh.
Yeah. Carly Lloyd, Moadu. It was fun. If you ever stayed up past 8 p.m., you could be on there too, Ian.
I think we're busy enough, really, traveling around and working, commentating every day. Of course, hey, look, everybody wants to do that, don't they?
Amen.
We understand that. A great first half here for Ghana, who weathered a bit of an early storm from South Korea and then asserted themselves with 2 goals. 2 Mohammeds getting the goals, Salisu and Kudus.
We have to be very careful here. You concede the third. You can pretty much kiss this one goodbye. They need to be really stout here and defend this set piece well.
Well, Jordan Ayew is taking an absolute eternity to take this, and this time should be added on. It's pure wasting of time by Ghana, frankly. They know half-time's coming up, even though they're attacking. It's a poor corner kick as well. I think that's the lesson, really, we've seen here, that the time will be added on at this World Cup. That isn't always the case in league football. That's why teams try it on and often get away with it. Picked up inside by Wang In-boom. How does South Korea change the mood music of this game? Much might depend on whatever they can dream up by way of a change of personnel or tactics. Paulo Bento gathers his men together at half-time.
Their problem is they've played 135 minutes now without scoring a goal, but really without many big chances. We've seen both of their games now. He's going to have to do something. And it's likely getting another forward, maybe Uwe Jo on the field. they have to start taking some risk.
Kim Moon-wan. A lot of passes, a lot of possession, but not a lot of punch. That's the problem for South Korea. It's a cozy position for Ghana to be in. Otto Addo, their coach, will make the point, of course, at half-time. But there's still work to be done. Williams. Be another corner kick. This suits Ghana perfectly. Again, he's Jordan Ayew is taking the corner almost by installments, isn't he?
Do you blame him? It's like my kids. If they're allowed to do it, they'll do it.
And they are allowed to do it, apparently. This time it's a better corner right under the crossbar.
Wow.
Punched away by Kim Sung-gyu.
Wow. What a chance this is for Ghana, Ian. This ball's right on top of him. Big chance for Thomas Partey. Just needed a little nick. It would have been 3-0.
Wonderful player for them to have in midfield, fully fit there. Salisu was just trying to get his bearings away by Gideon Mensah for Ghana, who will start to believe that they can reach the knockout stages. Another long half ends. Salisu and Kudus for Ghana, who are in charge here in Group H. They lead South Korea 2-0.
The 2022 FIFA World Cup halftime show on FS1 is presented by
Halftime 2-0, Ghana up. Let's go, Ghana. Got to finish strong, man. Finish strong, Ghana. Finish strong.
Rob Stone here with you, and coming up on the Verizon halftime show, we'll dissect an eventful first 45 minutes that they still are enjoying in the stands. We're going to look back at the 6-goal thriller between Cameroon and Serbia and get you ready for our late matches, including Brazil taking on Switzerland. Exceptional service by Ghana today has them up 2-0. Highlights on the way.
Ah, humbug. My signal is totally ghosting me.
You need a better network. 'Tis the season to switch to Verizon. They'll give you the new iPhone 14 Pro.
Amazing phone.
Plus, Verizon gives you another Apple gift too, like Apple Watch SE, iPad, Beats Fit Pro.
All for me.
No, Scrooge.
This Cyber Monday, get our best deal of the year. Only Verizon gives you the new iPhone 14 Pro, plus an Apple gift like Apple Watch SE.
It really is a magic number. The 3. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
If you thought one napkin for the quarter pounder with cheese was enough, it's not enough.
I love to have one of my own someday.
Thanks.
Oh, I was talking about your USAA bumper sticker.
My dad served. Passed membership down to me. I'll pass it to her.
That's a lucky kid.
USAA. It's for the military community.
Today on Fox.
Scissor kick in the corner. My, oh, my.
Brazil takes on Switzerland. Then, superstar Cristiano Ronaldo takes center stage as Portugal faces Uruguay. Coverage begins today at 10 a.m. Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app. And catch up on any match for free on Tubi.
I do not know what my breaking point is.
Go! Fight!
That's what I'm here to find out.
Special Forces World's Toughest Test, January 4th on Fox.
Fee-free overdrafts, early payday, no monthly fee. It's banking the way it should be. Chime, the #1 most loved banking app.
I can't wait to mess with these people.
Crank it up and hold on tight. It's Lego Masters' biggest breaking season. Oh my God, we're doing Marvel.
Good luck.
Lego Masters, Wednesdays on Fox, and watch anytime on Hulu.
The 2022 FIFA World Cup halftime show on FS1 is presented by Verizon.
Ghana scored twice in their opening game against Portugal, had nothing to show for it. Today, though, a 2-0 lead over South Korea after 45 minutes. Rob Stone, Kelly Smith, Stu Holden, Mo Adu back here with you. The African continent is lighting up this World Cup right now. In less than a week, we've had a Tunisia draw with Denmark. The Morocco tied 2018 finalist Croatia. Friday, Senegal eliminates Qatar. Yesterday, Morocco upsets Belgium. Today, Cameroon with that come-from-behind draw, and now this from Ghana.
Well, it was a good early start by South Korea, a smooth start, but Ghana couldn't get out. And then what a goal by
great ball.
Salisu.
Yeah,
what happened? The delivery?
Just the little hate and the hesitation forced South Korea to drop so deep. Keeper couldn't come off his line, takes a little bit of deflection, bounces around in the box, and then he's the first one there. And then that team, they fed off that confidence.
Yeah, Jordan Ayew's come into the game and just showed his quality. Again, no pressure on the ball here. That gives Mohamed Kudus time to readjust himself in the box. But once again, it is the quality of the delivery. Just puts the ball into a dangerous area. The keeper can't come out. He's leaning on his defenders. They're facing their own goal. Kudus just snips in there. Little glancing header. Golazo. 2-0.
According to the FIFA rankings, this would be the second biggest upset at this World Cup. Still 45 to go. Both Brazil and Portugal in action later. We'll get you ready for their matches coming up after the break.
Oh my God, is he dead?
No, he's taking a break.
What's a mafia capo doing in Tulsa?
I'm going to take 20% to protect you from the gangs. You got to know your risk.
There was no risk until you came along. Any flammable liquids or firearms?
In the box? Nah.
How's Tulsa treating you?
It's like the Paris of the Southwest.
Tulsa King, new series, now streaming exclusively on Paramount+.
That's half the fun of a new house, seeing what people left behind in the attic.
Well, saving on homeowners insurance with Geico's help was pretty fun, too.
Tiny dancer.
They left a ton of stuff up here.
Well, enjoy your house.
Nope. No, thank you.
Geico could help you save on homeowners and renters insurance.
It's a cat. It's an old cat. It's an old cat bat.
Some things leave you guessing. But not MailChimp. MailChimp takes the guesswork out of email marketing by analyzing millions of data points from the billions of emails we send to offer personalized suggestions for how to improve engagement and revenue. Guess less and sell more with the #1 email marketing and automation platform. Intuit MailChimp.
World Cup fever is everywhere. He misses by an inch. Pass across the front, goalie's down, goal! Cruising through midfield. Oh, look at that, what a move!
shine. All across the country, we're getting up early this year with one thing on our mind.
Football! It's soccer.
Whether you're repping La Cultura in all the colors, or you need the world to know this is our year. Because the beautiful game
belongs to all of us.
Get Google Pixel 7 or Pixel 7 Pro for free with qualifying trade-in.
Viene! Now is the time to shop Walmart's deals for days. This Cyber Monday. Head online and don't miss out on this season's hottest deals at Walmart. Go!
What do you mean the connecting rooms were not confirmed?
Exactly, not confirmed.
We need to be able to see our kids.
Oh, you'll be able to see them.
When you want your kids in a room that's actually connecting, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay.
5 breadsticks for my triple treat. 3 layers deep. 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat. And the pizza plus another pizza. The triple treat box, only from Pizza Hut.
Hey, you!
New Balance. What you got now?
The 2022 FIFA World Cup halftime show on FS1 is presented by Verizon.
Day 9 here at the 2022 FIFA World Cup started with an absolute thriller from Group G. Cameroon rallied from 3-1 down to earn a 3-3 draw with Serbia. Vincent Abubakar off the bench had that goal, also had an assist. 3-3 the final. Neither side will be eliminated today. Everybody has skill in Brazil.
Oh, it's Taquinho.
Keep going. Keep giving it another name.
Chicarlison?
Duckmar. Brazil, Switzerland, 10 a.m. Eastern on Fox. 2 more matches still to come today, both of them over on Fox. Brazil minus Neymar taking on Switzerland. Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal meet Uruguay. That one, coverage begins at 1 p.m. Eastern. First half moment is sponsored by Verizon. Ghana up 2-0 on South Korea. The first goal, Mohamed Salisu bangs that one in. Black Stars on their way to a massive win as they try to move out of Group H. Stu and Mo, always focused.
Hey, it's that GQ, that GQ photo shoot.
Did you get the golden light
you
over
gotta
there?
dress to impress. You gotta capture the moment, right?
It's on the gram.
Hey, if you gotta dress to impress, you gotta capture the moment. Hey!
Adult table, kids table. Enjoy.
I know which one's more fun.
Yeah.
All day,
Don't sleep on
every
Kelly
day.
and Rob. Let me tell you that. Second 45 between Ghana and South Korea coming your way next.
Now this is an upgrade. And away we go. Hey, what's up? I can get used to this.
The best way to see the world is to experience it with travel upgrades and private events from Chase Sapphire Reserve. Chase, make more of what's yours.
The world doesn't come together like this very often. But when it does, the results can be extraordinary. Qatar is committed to that idea and growing its potential as a partner, investor, and innovator with possibilities that are unlimited and rewards that are priceless. Let the world play and become part of our story.
The holidays were awkward for Romeo and Juliet. But after saving big with Amazon Cyber Monday, tragedy was avoided. Shop legendary deals.
Ever wonder why Kit Kats are so delightfully crispy? There's your answer. 1, 2, 3 tasty wafers covered in creamy milk chocolate. Isn't it nice wafers are having their moment? Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Tomorrow on Fox. It's win or go home for the Stars and Stripes as Christian Pulisic leads Team USA into a must-win showdown against Iran. Coverage begins tomorrow at 1 Eastern live on Fox and the Fox Sports app. And catch up on any match for free on Tubi.
From shoes
to movies, it's natural to want choices. And with the Energy Choice program, customers in the Dominion Energy Ohio service territory can choose their own natural gas supplier. You might even be able to join an aggregated group buying program. Don't want to choose? No problem. You'll still receive natural gas from an approved supplier at Dominion Energy's default rate. Just visit DominionGasChoice.com to learn more. Dominion Energy. Actions speak louder.
You know health insurance can be expensive.
I've got it, honey. If I pick up
Stadium they call the Diamond in the Desert. And it feels good for Ghana at the moment. They lead by 2-0 in their all-white kit to get us underway at the start of the second half here. Anthony Taylor just looking to the referee to synchronize watches around the world. These things are quite complicated, you know.
There's a lot going on there, Ian. I'm not sure how they keep it all together, but...
There we are, the watches are synchronized and we can start the second half. Ghana in a position to really put themselves back in some serious business in this group. Their final game in the group will be against Uruguay. It's played up towards Cho, who gets into a bit of a tangle with Salisu, and the referee's decision is free kick for Ghana. 2-0 up. They've never scored 3 in a game at the World Cup in their history. And I think they probably would think, and maybe South Korea would think it too, that if they could get to a third goal, that might be curtains. It's Jordan Ayew. Definitely made a difference. I think you've seen here, although he doesn't get many goals, it's why Patrick Vieira, the manager at Crystal Palace, keeps on picking him. He's a worker and he does impact the game.
And he has quality to not just score goals on his own, but make chances for others, as we saw with the quality of that service on the second goal.
Wang In-boom working hard in that central midfield area, wearing the number 6 shirt. South Korea have a nasty habit of running out of ideas when they get to the final third. As pleasing as some of their build-up players in the middle of the pitch. And one thing we've noticed, Land, and we were talking about it at half-time, is that Ghana are the bosses in the air in both penalty areas so far.
Yeah, you could say relatively even through the middle of the field. But all the early crosses, all the set pieces early on, Ghana defended very well. And a couple chances fall in the Korean box, and Ghana on the end of it in that end of the field too. That's why it's 2-0.
Kim Jin-soo on that left-hand side. Picked up, though, by the impressive Kudus. Wants a free kick. He's not getting it. Wang In-boom again, feeding the ball wide to the right fullback, Kim Moon-hwan. Ghana, I think, is saying to South Korea, look, you can have the ball there, we don't care. We'll back ourselves to break up this passing movement somewhere and launch a break. Same pattern again. Jung-woo Young to play it out to the sides. Now, see if they can get in behind the Ghana defence. It's another thing Jordan Ayew's doing over there. He's tucking back and giving a lot of cover to Mensah on the right-hand side. South Korean right, that is. This is the man who's just come on, Na, at half-time. Took off Jungwoo Young, who was brought into the side now, started the other game. He's on there now, just to confirm that one substitution by South Korea at the break. They're going to enjoy it whatever happens, I've got a feeling.
I've got a feeling it looks similar to that in Accra right now. And we'll be long, long into the night if this result holds.
Yeah, Accra, where the time is 3 hours behind here in Doha. So it's about 2:10 in the afternoon, I make it there. Lamptey for a now confident looking Ghana. Kudus to pick it up again. Gideon Mensah. Nice looking ball in that. Well defended by Kim Jin-soo. Kudus. Andre Ayew. Back to Thomas Partey. Learned so much under Diego Simeone at Atletico. A lot of Champions League experience. Lamptey invited to go on and try his luck.
His footwork was so good here, Ian. Turning away from Kwan into the penalty area. He's falling back, and that's why he got under the ball. Could have got himself over the ball. He might have hit the target. But good work from Lamptey here to create another chance.
He did score quite recently against Arsenal in the League Cup away from home for Brighton in the League Cup. Bit of treatment for Kim Jin-soo. Looks like he took a blow to the mouth, so the referee will give him ample time to get over that. Anything involving a head injury, that is the drill.
Here's a look at that. Challenge once again. See a lot in it there.
He just can't wait to get back out there again. South Korea, they have to keep their belief level up in this game. Just making sure everything's all right before he is allowed back on, that there's no blood on the shirt or anything like that. Don't want to put you off your breakfast. Jordan Ayew again looking to feed his brother down that side. They've got nearly 200 caps between them, the two brothers.
So since they brought Na in, they're playing Son almost as a second striker. He's pretty far inside on this left side, allowing Kim Jin-soo here to stay higher, and then Son running into these spots.
Son, one goal for South Korea, though, could change the dynamic of this game. They do say 2-0 is a dangerous lead. Some people do anyway. It's not as bad, though, as being 2-0 down. Kim Jin-soo, it's a good cross, and it's a super save as well from Lawrence Atizigi. Nearly for South Korea there.
Well, Atizigi, the third choice goalkeeper, has Ghana's first two keepers ruled out of the tournament. This is really difficult to head this, going away from goal. Fantastic header by Cho.
Jackknife, isn't it?
And maybe a little bit for the camera there. But a good save nonetheless.
But that might just lift South Korea. It was a good header. It was a difficult header as well. Yeah, they lost Joe Woolacott, the Charlton Athletic goalkeeper, to injury, and they lost Richard Ofori as well. So Atizigi gets the job. Things have fallen nicely for him to play in the World Cup. Terrible luck on the other two, mind you. And that's the way of it, really, with this kind of Winter World Cup coming bang in the middle of league seasons. You're just one little strained muscle away from missing the whole thing. Kim Min-jae, who doesn't miss it very definitely. South Korea would not be eliminated if it stays like this, but their job would be very difficult. Kim Jin-soo, early ball. Doesn't find any of the red shirts, so we're in there waiting and hoping. Im-boom into Kwon. Kim In-boon again. The white shirts break it up. Salisu and Amarty looking confident back there. Here's Andre Ayew. Good looking ball and good covering from Kim Jin-soo to get back. Stop that getting to Iñaki Williams.
He was just a second late. Iñaki Williams had his hand raised for about 7 seconds as Ayew was darting down the field. But this is where it's going to be dangerous for Korea. The more numbers they commit forward, you turn the ball over. And Ghana have big attacking quality going the other way.
You do worry about South Korea from these set pieces. Or the conceded from when it's Jordan Ayew again. Flicked off a Korean head as well for another corner. Wasn't the most convincing piece of defending.
The pace and the movement on this ball so difficult to deal with. What a fantastic header by Kim Min-hwan. Saved a goal there.
Skimmed off the top of his head. They're looking for the near post flick on. That's just a loose ball. No more than that from Mensah. There haven't been many loose balls from him. He's been stylish on his introduction into the World Cup. Only his 5th cap, the Jose left back. Ooh, that's one not to try at home, right across the face of his own goal.
Well, it's one to try at home, but not in a World Cup.
I don't think I'd try it anywhere. South Korea trying to build again, trying to find a bridgehead back into this contest. That's just a loose ball. Another change from South Korea. They're going to bring in Lee Kang-in of Real Mallorca. Plays in La Liga, the youngest player in the squad, age 21. He is a creative spark type, if he can do that. And salute from Kwon Chang-hoon, who comes off. I noticed during the national anthem he saluted as well, presumably doing military service at the moment, which is compulsory, as I understand it, in that country. Although I think the rule was when South Korea had an Olympic gold, they were excused the military service. Involved straight away, Lee Chang-in. Very busy, isn't he? Hwang In-boon in that midfield, trying to get something going for South Korea. Son again. Lee Chung-in, good ball in, and they're back in it. South Korea, the flag does stay down for the moment. Cho with the goal. Glancing header to change the game.
Lee Kang-in came in the other day against Uruguay and made an immediate impact. The Mallorca man does it again. Counter press, win the ball, and look at this service. We talked earlier about being a lost art, crossing the ball. The timing of the rung by Cho. 2-1 now. Game on.
5th goal for his country for Cho Kyung-sung, who plays for Jeonbuk, one of the top teams in South Korea. Lovely header, beautiful delivery, and that'll make the coach feel good, not only because there was a goal, but his substitute that he just brought on Lee Kang-in was the man who set it all up. That might ruffle Ghana's feathers a little bit. Korea suddenly believe.
There's a player down behind the play here in a Ghanaian defender. Yeah, I think Anthony Taylor's going to check it out.
It's Jordan Ayew, in fact, holding his right ankle, and Kim Min-jae is the other player involved. That's how it happened.
Usually one gets the worst of it, but it looks like they both got the worst of it. Look at the delivery here. The angle. Goalkeeper can't come. Again, just like we talked about earlier on Jordan Ayew's cross to Kudus. Defender facing his own goal. If you're in the right position as the attacking player, you have a massive advantage in that moment. And look at the reaction from the Koreans.
Look at all those smiling faces. Wow. It's the World Cup, ladies and gentlemen and children. Thank you for joining us.
And interestingly, the other day against Uruguay, Kang-in came in on the right side, was cutting in on his left foot and impacting the game that way. Today they put him more centrally, allowing Son and Cho to stay high. And he's playing as a playmaker underneath them.
South Korea re-energized. Son. Kim Jin-soo's good-looking ball in, and it's an equalizer for South Korea. It's an extraordinary performance by Cho. He's done it again. This place is going potty.
I had to take my headset off for a minute, Ian. This place is going bonkers right now. Kim Jin-soo has been good all night down that left side. Stands it up. And watch the jump. Cannot miss from there. 2-2. And what a game.
He wanted it more than those defenders, didn't he? The K-League's top goal scorer, Cho, strikes twice to put South Korea level. Look at Paulo Bento. Look at him.
We talked about the change in the game being in either penalty box, Ian. The Koreans have made the difference in this half. All the momentum.
Wowzers. South Korea came to play, man. I said Ghana going to hold it down the second half, man.
Which way will this twist now? Ghana looked in such comfortable control of things at halftime. Can they find their thread again in this game? Here's Amate. To be honest with you, the defenders went half asleep, didn't they, really, on that cross? Neither really attacked it. Neither did the goalkeeper. Joe did.
Just wanted it more.
That's what this game does to people. Some people are trying to look philosophical about it. Picked up by Samed in midfield and then spread wide, but not accurately. There's the hero of the moment for South Korea.
His eyes lit up, Ian, when that came. I know that feeling. Ball's sitting there for you. Defenders aren't attacking it. You go attack it. Put it anywhere on target from that range, and it's in the back of the net.
And now South Korea believe that they can turn this whole game on its head and turn no points into 3. Just a moment's respite. But of course, all the publicity ahead of this South Korean campaign was based around Song Hun-min. In the skyscrapers near our hotel here, there are huge images of him. But, you know, that's what the World Cup does. Nobody really knew much about Cho Kyung-sung. They do now.
Stars are born in this tournament, and he has become an instant star here and certainly back home in Korea.
There's some inquests going on there, and Marty's having a lot to say to Salisu. Well, a few moments ago they were celebrating. I think that looks like the midfield player Hwang In-boom, isn't it, who's just requiring a little bit of attention.
I think he got cut there and trying to dry that up quickly. Probably bandage his head and get him back in.
He's an important player for them. Does a lot of the unfashionable work in the middle of the pitch, stitching things together. One or two inquests going on among the Ghana's players. Backed away by Kudus. Kim Min-jae. Classy piece of play from him.
That's so good.
Player with a growing reputation. Flicked on again by Cho, who's on a hat-trick now. Wouldn't rule anything out, would you?
Certainly not at this moment. We're seeing the two sides as Hwang gets set to come back in. We're seeing the two sides of the youngest team of the tournament. The first half, and we saw this with the U.S. against Wales. First half, on fire, can do no wrong, dominating.
Iñaki Williams. And he just managed to shut the door, and then the flag does go up.
Here's a look at that. Just gets the timing a little wrong. Close. But when things go well, Ian, I've said throughout this tournament for a young team, it goes really well. And when it goes south fast. And within the space of a few minutes, it went horribly wrong for Ghana. Do they have the leadership now, either on the bench, on the touchline there with Ado, or on the field, to make sure they don't lose this game?
Well, he's relatively new to the job, and he combines it with being the talent manager at Borussia Dortmund, where I'm told his reputation is very, very good, very high. But this will be a new experience, handling a Ghana team at a tournament as big as this one. Player you played against, of course, back in 2002, as we were saying. Did you swap shirts with him? You might have his shirt at home.
You know, I may. I've got a bin with a bunch of jerseys. I don't go through it, but I have this weird feeling that I've seen his last name on my shirt, or on a shirt before, so could be.
You'll have to rummage around when you get home. South Korea trying to launch another attack. Picked up by Kudus. It was really the star player in the first half. Credited with that second goal, though. I think if he did get anything on it, it was only the last strand of his hair.
He'll tell his grandkids he smashed it into the back of the net one day.
Yeah. FIFA have given him the goal, so we're not going to argue.
He's not going to argue, I promise you that.
Jordan Ayew might argue. Samed. Ghana just beginning to maybe find a little bit of momentum again. Jordan Ayew, and then Mentz has cut it back in. Iñaki Williams missed it. Kudus doesn't though. He scores again, and Ghana lead 3-2.
Well, this all starts with that man again, Jordan Ayew. Watch how he steps inside. Patient, patient, patient. Overlapping run of Mensah. A whiff on it. But that man again, Kudus, in the right spot at the right time. And keeping it low on the ground. The hardest spot for the goalkeeper to get. And Kim Seung-gyu can't get down fast enough. What is going on? What a game. And what a game we had earlier. This is the beauty of the World Cup, Ian.
Got something on it, not enough. The keeper, it was a fine finish by Kudus. Kept his composure to spark that kind of party in the seats.
Man, I love this game, Ian. Just crazy.
And this isn't over yet. You just wonder what's in the next chapter, don't you? What's on the next reel? South Korea will kick themselves. Ghana have scored 3 times for the first time ever at the World Cup. He's got 2 of them.
Well, his price tag just went up again. That is for sure.
Cho with 2 for South Korea. Kudus with 2 for Ghana. (3-2) losers in their first game against Portugal. Now 3-2 up. They're among the great entertainers of this World Cup. Ghana getting that reputation anyway.
Certainly entertaining at all times. They've been fun to watch.
Well, they've scored in their last 7 World Cup matches and conceded in their last 9, just to underline the point. It's in their DNA, I think.
It's funny, and there are a lot of teams here. You know, we saw Mexico, Poland, and Poland were happy to sort of sit in, defend, and I have respect for that too, but there's a lot to be said about teams that just go for it. It's the World Cup. Go enjoy it. It's a party. And they are certainly enjoying it tonight.
Don't die wondering, eh?
That's right. Well said.
Hasn't been the philosophy of every coach at the World Cup over history, thinking back on some, well, occasional turgid games. This one definitely is in that category. Kim Min-jae. Boom plays it wide. Always looking to get the right back as far forward as they can on that side. Kim Moon-hwan. The Vuvuzelas back. There we are, 12 years on.
Oh, God, no. Don't tell me
yeah,
that.
The soundtrack to the South African World Cup. Yes, it was not everybody's cup of tea. Should say coffee, shouldn't I?
There you go.
Picked up again by Jordan Ayew. Iñaki Williams. It was an air shot from him just before the goal. He's still waiting for his first international goal for Ghana. Only played a few games for them so far. Son, can he make a difference? Oh, taken out really in, well, pretty cynical fashion by Lamptey. That was not much short of a hatchet job, really. You're going nowhere.
It's all about his first touch. Drags it with him. Gets the other side of Lamptey and Partey. They had to drag him down. Smart foul in the end. Good technique from Son there.
So this is a handy range if you've got a really good free kick on you. What is it? 25 yards or so. Time to get this up and down.
That's right. I wonder if it might just be out of the range. We'll see if they decide to shoot it directly on goal or maybe clip a little ball to the back post. give those attacking players a chance to get on the end of it.
So Son is there and Lee Chan-in hovering over it. There's the goalkeeper who's come into the squad or come into the team, maybe a bit surprisingly in his own mind because of the injuries of the players in front of him. He might have some work to do here.
You can see him directing traffic. They've got 3 players at the end of the wall, end of the Ghana wall. So the goalkeeper can't see the ball. I like that. Makes it hard on Atizigi to pick it up. So it looks like they're going for the direct shot versus clipping a ball into the box.
The long, intricate setup is there. Zhong Woo Yong, the holding midfield player, is another of those hovering over it. And this is a precision operation going on here. It's taken quite a bit of time to take it. Son might be the one who does hit it in the end. But it isn't. It's, well, Lee Chan-in who hit it, and he saw that late, but he made the save.
Well, it does get it up and down, just like you talked about. Atizigi, good dive down to his left to push it wide of the post. Looked like that had eyes for the corner. Good save.
I think it was just creeping in, wasn't it? Lee Kang-in has gone over now to take the corner kick. Pretty good effort, that. Curl on, they're looking for the near post header. Cho was in there again. Still not away. Opportunity. Song Hun-min. The white shirts get the block in. Son still looking for his first goal of this World Cup. This is the ground where Robert Lewandowski got his first ever World Cup goal and broke down in tears afterwards. Lee Kang-in again. He's added something. And off the line, the effort from Kim Jin-soo. Korea so close to making it 3-3. Amid what is a pretty manic atmosphere among both sets of fans here. Lee Kang-in has made a difference. The Korean fans have been calling for him to be given more opportunities. The coach has been accused of being slow to do that. He might not be anymore, because he has made quite a difference to this South Korean side since coming into the game. Partey and they will be pulled back.
It's always tricky with players of that quality coming off the bench, because they want to play more. The fans see them come in and want them to play more, but the reality is sometimes they're just better off the bench.
The yellow card. We'll just confirm that one in a moment. And 3 changes coming up.
Here's that last chance. Lee dips the shoulder, cuts inside. Not sure that was going in, but good defending in the end.
Dennis Adoy is going to come on for Ghana. And Kamadine Sulemana of Rennes, who cost $15 million, the most expensive Ghana teenager ever. See if he can do something a little bit further forward. And we're going to see Daniel Kofe-Gere of Freiburg in Germany being introduced as well. Those are the 3 men coming on. Andre Ayew taken off, and just having a little word with and his brother as well. So both of the Ayew brothers off, and Lamptey too. So I think that gets us up to date. Of course, these days with 5 substitutions allowed per side, it means that half the cast list can change in the second half of matches.
And it really changes the way the matches ebb and flow. Obviously in the past with 3, sometimes you wouldn't make 3, but it seems most days now managers will use all 5 substitutes.
Wang Ui-Joe, who was dropped from the starting lineup today, is on now to replace Zhang Wu-Young. Striker on, just won his 50th cap in the last game, wasn't that effective, which is why I think he lost his place, but he's up there with Cho now.
Well, Paulo Bento's intentions are very clear with that substitution. They're going for it.
Kudus, he stays on, of course. South Korea would be left on just 1 point unless they find an equalizer. Ghana can move up to 3 and give themselves real hope as they look ahead to their final game in the group against Uruguay. Uruguay who played Portugal later on. It's a cute turn in the middle of the pitch. Classy, wasn't it, from Partey? Odoi has gone into the right back position. You were talking to him the other day, weren't you?
Yeah, he was in the lobby speaking with Sasha Kleshchin, former U.S. international who played with him in Belgium. He's not been part of Ghanaian team for a long time, but he has a real sense of pride in playing for Ghana.
Well, he's out there now. Another Ghana goal would surely put this game to bed, you'd think anyway. Ghana can afford nothing less than 3 points from this. Too long for Odoi, who was with Fulham down by the River Thames in London. Lovely little ground there. Promotion and relegation most years for them. I think they'll stay in the Premier League this year. Odoi's gone off now to play in Belgium. It's one of those games, isn't it, Landon, this, that shreds the nerves of the supporters of both teams.
It reminds me a lot of the game we watched earlier, actually. And it is absolutely nerve-wracking. It's nerve-wracking for us just watching. Not partisan. Imagine the fans.
It's not nerve-wracking when you're playing, though, in a game like this, is it? You're just concentrating on the...
Yeah, you're just doing your job, but if your career right now, you're looking at the clock every minute, and it seems like it's moving fast.
It's Iñaki Williams. It's a good run. Where can he take it? Might have taken it somewhere. Gerard had joined him, one of the players who just came on.
This is the danger for South Korea as they push more numbers forward. Pace of Iñaki Williams. Cuts outside and then realizes I should come back inside. Through the legs. Difficult back pass there. But Kim Seong-gyu deals with it well.
82 minutes on the clock. Another change. They're only allowed to make the substitutions in 3 separate windows. Otherwise, it would become a little chaotic. Kudus is coming off, maybe a little surprisingly. Been very effective today. Alexander Jiku, who started the game against Portugal, Strasbourg player. Curled in, and then effort is over the top of the bar from Samed. Cho is down now. Low to the side of the head, but really no time to get involved. Ooh. Clash with Salisu, wasn't it? Looked a painful one.
So brave from him, and he's taken quite a beating today. But he's got 2 goals to show for it.
He hopes those 2 goals will not be in vain for South Korea. It's a good spread of the play. Oh, as Son missed his chance. Kim Jin-soo over the bar. is maybe the rust showing there for Son Heung-min, who's missed the last 3 weeks, of course, before this tournament.
Yeah, you would have expected him to make good contact there and hit the target, and then Kim Jin-soo just let himself down there. Again, leaning back instead of staying over it. You just want to put that anywhere hard across the goal mouth. You can get an own goal, deflections, rebounds, or obviously score.
You'll want to be near a television tomorrow as the United States have that big crunch game against Iran. They need the win. Only the win will do to go to the knockout rounds. Coverage beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern and 10 a.m. Pacific tomorrow on Fox for that huge game. Iñaki Williams. Ghana can see the finishing post now. It's been quite a match here in Education City. Before today, Poland were the only team who'd scored here. That will do as far as Samad is concerned. I think he hit that. Well, that was beyond the proverbial row G. I think he found Z, didn't he, with that one?
He might have made it out of the stadium if it didn't hit a fan.
Free kick, South Korea. Getting late into the last 5 minutes. There'll be quite a bit added on. There usually is. There goes Son again. Lee Chang-in. It's a good spread of the play. One Moon to get the cross in, and again getting forward from left back. Sometimes he plays like a left winger, Kim Jin-soo.
Korea are pinning their wing backs now really high and wide, switching the point of attack and then putting the ball in front of the goal. They've got 3 runners in front of the goal now, and looks like a Ghanaian player down here. Just
breaking up the play, and of course the physios are in no particular hurry to get out there and treat Mensah.
They are in no hurry.
Yeah.
Just taking their sweet time.
Looks like cramp, doesn't it? Sympathize with anyone who gets that. That was Saliso's goal that started it all off.
And then Kudus here, barely getting a touch on it. The reaction from Korea was so good through Cho twice. Look at this one, up, slam dunk. But game got flipped on its head again. Star man there, Kudus. What a night he had.
That's where we are in the closing minutes. 3-2 to Ghana, the youngest squad in the tournament and the lowest ranked squad in the tournament as well. 61 they are ranked in the world.
And according to the FIFA rankings, this would be the second biggest upset of the tournament, which, you know, take that for what you want.
Yeah, because South Korea are ranked 28, so the gap's 33 places on the FIFA rankings, but Belgium are second in those rankings, so I think you just have to take it always with a little bit of a pinch of salt.
Or a lot.
You said that. Baba Rahman to replace Mensah, who has got cramp by the look of it, so that's a left back replacing a left back. Believe it or not, Rahman, although he's never been anywhere very, very near the Chelsea squad, is still officially a Chelsea player. Plays for Reading in the Championship in England, which means he's being managed by Paul Ince, the former England World Cup player.
I think he's got it figured out. Get your wages paid by Chelsea and then go play football somewhere. Smart man.
Well, they do loan a lot of players out. Hit long this time. Don't forget, we've got World Cup tonight again at midnight with highlights, analysis, bit of fun as well with World Cup fan man Chad Ochocinco giving us his latest fan experience. It's nightly at midnight on Fox. Lee Kang-in again. To carefully construct another attack here. Wang Huizhou was trying to attack it in again by the very busy Kim Jin-soo. Ghana concede the corner. Rahman, who's just come on with the header here.
Such an important intervention by Rahman. Just recognizes it last minute, gets his head on it to clear it out for a corner.
Korea trying to produce a frantic finish. South Korea. A lot of players to attack it, but it was pretty easily defended in the end. Away by Jarai. Penned into their own third of the pitch. Ghana holding on grimly to a 3-2 lead. Here comes the cross in again. Son needs a bit of magic. It was a great block. Another effort. Blocked. My goodness me. It's a nerve-shredding finish. Here comes South Korea again. There'll be some tired limbs out there. Son. Lee Kang-in. Once again out to Kim Moon-hwan. Another deep cross. They've kept it alive all right. Couldn't quite get the header that mattered there.
The best Korean chances are coming off crosses here late, Ian. Trying to get numbers in the box, and it's been effective. Ghanaian defenders putting their body on the line, blocking shots, clearing balls. Much like we saw from Costa Rica last night.
Really good game here at Education City. Another very late change now from South Korea. Kwon Kyung-won, who plays in the J-League in Japan for Gamba Osaka.
And Kim Min-jae has been struggling for a while. I've been watching him, Ian. He had something wrong at the end of the last match. He's really fought through it. You feel bad for him, but you can tell he's not right.
Well, he's fought through nearly all this one as well. And he won't see the closing stages of it. Picked up by Partey in midfield for Ghana. Nicely done from him. Ghana just need to keep the ball if they can hit Amate. Hacked away by Ghana, by Jiku, who's gone into one of those central defensive positions. Lee Kang-in again. He has added to the invention of South Korea in the game. Gets it back again. Give me it, he says. I'll see what I can do. Onto that left foot. Spreads the play out to Son. If South Korea ever needed his magic, it's now. Rushes over, though, to take the corner kick. Central defenders are up. Son's corner. Well defended by Ghana. Tried to rush out, get a little higher up the pitch. Again, they've got it to Song Hun Min. It was a good ball. It's tight. It's Cho. Son again. Lee Kang in. Cho again. Would have wanted to hit that across the keeper if he could. It was a really routine save on the near post. South Korea trying everything in their power here to try to dig out an equalizer. Again, Lee Kang in. Surely he's got to be a starter next time for them. You would think the display he's put up as a sub here. Free kick. Correctly given.
Ian, on every corner, the Koreans are leaving 3 players back. I'm not sure why. They don't need to. Ghana has every player in the penalty area. They can push another number, maybe 2 forward.
Delivery's got to be good. Easy enough for Ghana to get that away. Jiku's just come on. Just need one ball to fall for them and somebody to hit it right in that penalty area. South Korea. The only option to get the crosses in and hope one of them hits the jackpot. Lee Kang in again. It's a good looking ball. Can they keep that in play? Yes, they do. Another cross. Ghana are hanging on by their fingertips here. Lee Kang in towards the back post, across the face of goal. Cho couldn't quite get there. Free kick's given. Free kick is given in favour of Ghana as Cho went in for that. He has done everything he can. 2 goals and attacking this one too, Landon.
Well clipped ball to the back post. The header across is in a perfect spot. Not much of a foul.
Trying to work out what the foul was.
Maybe a little push in the back. Just inches away from tying this one up.
Quite a day. Quite a few hours at this World Cup for Africa, isn't it? After Morocco's emotional win over Belgium, Cameroon's comeback earlier on to grab a 3-3 draw. And here, Ghana leading a roller coaster game by 3 goals to 2 against the South Koreans.
Without any subs left, if you're going to go down, the trainers come onto the field. That means you can't come back on. They better be careful, Ghana. You don't want to play with a man down.
Well, appeals by Iñaki Williams, but Ghana just have to get on with this and look to get everybody back behind the ball. Marking. Son can bring it forward again here. Wang In-boom trying to get the ball to Lee Chan in at every possible opportunity. South Korea. It's not such a good cross, but they can pick it up again, the South Koreans.
They can still be patient. There are 3 minutes left, probably a little bit more because of the injuries. You don't need to force it. Get as deep as you can and then play the ball forward.
So a couple more minutes. That's kept alive brilliantly by Cho. He's done very well again. Kim Jin-soo with the cross back. Ghana happy just to hack it away anywhere out of harm's way. But they can't get out. Hwang In-boon again. Kim Jin-soo with the cross in. Lee Chan-in again. How many crosses have they put into that Ghana box in the last, 3 minutes? It's got to be close to 20. There might be another one here. And they can't get a red shirt on the end of it. It's Shiku's miscue, which leads to a corner.
Just let himself down there. He had time to take another touch and smash that across the goal mouth. Yet another corner for Korea. Can they make this one pay off?
A manic Monday at Education City. Lee Kang-in. South Korea have done just about everything bar equalize. Ghana holding firm. The fans looking at the watches. Anthony Taylor too. Son plays it in again. It's still not away. Lee Kang-in. Well, look at his face. Look at their faces.
That is so frustrating, Ian. He had so many numbers in the box. Elected to shoot instead of putting that across the goal mouth. Similar to what Jordan Ayew did earlier. I think a bad decision by Lee Chang-in there.
Party with the header. Ghana again can't keep the ball. Hasn't helped their cause really, but they do hold that 1-goal lead. We've had the 10 minutes. Anthony Taylor is adding a little more. There might be one last chance from a long way out. The effort came in from Kwon Young-won, but that's it. That is it. It is victory for Ghana. South Korea complaining. Look at these scenes, though. Not sure what they're complaining about, Landon.
There was a corner. There was a corner there. It's kind of an unwritten rule, Ian. It looks like someone just got sent off. Unwritten rule that when there's an attacking set piece, you let that play out before you call the final whistle, and Anthony Taylor elected not to. Koreans are not happy.
Paolo Bento, the coach of South Korea, got a red card for something he said there to Anthony Taylor as well amid all of that. I think they were complaining that he should have added more time on. Desperation stuff. Ghana win, though, by 3-2 after South Korea had fought back from 2 down to level it all up. What a day here at Education City.
What a day we've had so far. Earlier match 3-3. This one with 5 goals. You can understand the frustration from that man and his team and the fans here. But Anthony Taylor makes the decision in the end. Full credit to Ghana. Defending in the end was excellent in their box. They did enough to score the goals. Kudus, my man of the match. Congrats to them.
Coming up on Fox next, it's Brazil against Switzerland, followed by Ronaldo and Portugal facing Uruguay. And next on FS1, it's Undisputed. Well, what a day of drama this is at the World Cup. It ends in drama, it ends in a red card as well, but it also ends